I made it. Welcome to the Galaxy. It's terrific to be here, but I want to let you know that it is not evening. This is noontime, okay? Just in case you were wondering from that announcement. And I know you've been waiting the whole year for me to come back and give you all that worthless information that I've given you in past years and award those wonderful prizes. And before we get started with the show, I wanted to ask you, and there will be a prize for this, and we're going to have audience participation today as to the prize. Does anybody know how many citizens were in Wadsworth in the year 1930, and I will take it within 500? Does anybody know? Oh, come on, you have this on the tips of your fingers. I'm sure you do. Wrong. Anybody else? Wrong. 5,000. 5,000 is, nope, you just got beat by Jan Bill. 5,038 is within 500. Jan, you are the winner. Now, a little audience participation. You know, I always bring these great prizes, and I have 3 prizes that the audience will decide what Jan gets. The first one is, of course, my usual, 1 game of open bowling for 1 game that you pay. The second prize is a lollipop. And the third prize, and I really had to go to great lengths to get this, it's some beef jerky. Now, what prize does Jan get? The beef jerky, the bowling, or the lollipop? Lollipop. Lollipop, Jan, that's what you get. Well done, Jan. The actual amount was $5,930. Now, I also have some other tidbits here, and since we have the mayor here, and Bill Lyron, who probably goes back to 1930, he's been here so long, and there's no prize for this, but do you know what year the income tax was enacted in our town? Bill, you can't answer this. Caesar, you can't either, and Charlie Ackerman, if you're here, you can't answer any of them, please. Okay, no one knows? No, 1960. 1960, the income tax was enacted. And I'm going to give you one other question. Can anybody tell me when, and Chuck Parsons, you can't answer that if you're here, and Jim McIlvain, you can't answer either. Do you know when Wadsworth High School was starting, when they started the construction on it? 1958. Wrong. Wrong. They were very close, by the way. 1959, that was the answer. Now I have one more. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a problem here. I've just been given a telegram from the city of Wadsworth. And you know that it seems that the Y2K bug passed the whole world, except it didn't pass Wadsworth. It has struck us here in Wadsworth, and all of our computers have rolled back to 1900 instead of 2000, and we are frozen in time. Now, but I know all you good people came to see the Rosie Awards, and I know that the show must go on. So even though we are frozen in time, let's not panic. Let's just bring out our first group of presenters for outstanding construction, improvement, and restoration, Cheryl Gerbrick, Cindy Vaverka, and Norman.
Well, here we are to present the award for Best New Construction or Restoration, and we find out we're frozen in time with Norman.
Oh dear, there are not many buildings in Wadsworth in 1900s, but I'm so glad that you could all make it to our lovely tea.
I'm not really sure this is a tea. I think it's more of a brunch, isn't it?
Call it whatever you like, dear, but the cuisine is absolutely splendid.
And I hear the entertainment is to die for.
Norman, darling, here we are, frozen together in the 1900s. And you haven't said a word.
Well, Cindy, Cheryl, when I found out I was frozen in time with you two, I knew I was in real trouble. I told Mayor Carino that this was a real emergency. Caesar, of course, agreed that being frozen in time with you two did constitute a real emergency. The mayor put the city on red alert and assured me that the blowtorches will be here to rescue me any minute now.
Well, darling, before we're rescued, we better announce the nominees for the best new construction or restoration.
And the nominees are?
Outstanding construction, improvement, or restoration. The Strand. Outstanding construction covers a lot of ground. New construction, additions, and renovations. But certainly one of the most exciting renovations this past year was the Wadsworth landmark, the Strand. Many Wadsworth residents have fond memories of the theater before multiplex theaters became the craze. Some may remember that the Strand once housed a barbershop and the Western Union office in addition to the cinema. These offices are now occupied by the Medina County Clerk of Courts and the Ohio BMV. The Strand's owners, Stephen Massica and Kevin Sir Lewis, have gone to great lengths to duplicate this magnificent structure all the way down to the marquee, which is slated to be remounted sometime this year. Not typically known for renovations, Massica and Sir Lewis have found a new passion within themselves and a personal satisfaction from salvaging a beautiful piece of Wadsworth history for generations to come. The Galaxy. The desire to have a nice restaurant facility began a long time ago when Bob Leatherman was a chef in the Air Force during the Korean War. He was manager of the NCO Club at Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico, and Phyllis worked as a cashier at the Officers Club. Their first restaurant experience in civilian life was a Manners Big Boy franchise. Then later, 3 smaller restaurants in the Barberton and Akron area. A change in careers drew them to the nursing home and retirement living business when their parents were aging. Bob and Phyllis began to visualize building a new restaurant of their own in 1997 after a trip to Las Vegas. They wanted to present a unique environment as well as serve delicious food. They were both fascinated with the night sky in the old Lowe's Theater in Akron, now the Civic Theater, and the day sky at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. The name Galaxy came to mind quite naturally. When it was time for the Blue Tip Parade, the Leatherman family decided to enter a float to introduce the Galaxy to the public. Family members became aliens for the evening and entertained the crowd with music from out of this world. Bob visualized just how the building should be laid out and worked with architect Don Cameron, who transferred those ideas and thoughts onto paper. The end result is an outstanding addition to the Wadsworth community in architecture and fine dining. Further plans include the main dining room for fine dining under the daytime sky, the lounge for fun under the stars with a more casual atmosphere, the market for gourmet coffees and fresh baked breads, pastries and carry-out dinners. The spacious banquet center will be able to accommodate business meetings, weddings, and special parties of all sizes. The Galaxy's skilled and professional staff promise to deliver both quality service and quality food to go along with the beautiful building and atmosphere that the Leathermans have worked so hard to create. Rohr Corporation. Founded in 1973, Rohr Corporation is the country's leading supplier of visual carded packaging, specializing in blister packaging, skin packaging, and thermoforming. In 1979, owner John Rohr built a 42,000 square foot plant with corporate offices in Wadsworth. The plant housed the newest and most modern converting and preparation equipment in the industry. In 1991, John Rohr increased the Wadsworth plant to 86,000 square feet, making improvements in office, plant, and pre-press operations. Roar Corporation now has 325 employees in 3 locations: Wadsworth, Buford, Georgia, and Elgin, Illinois. Roar Corporation attributes their success to sound financial base, experienced employees, aggressive service, quality orientation, and dependable delivery. Their latest expansion project in Wadsworth began in August of 1998. The new office addition enabled Roar Corporation to create departments for customer service, sales, accounting, and management with separate conference rooms and storage facilities for each department. By 2001, this expansion will produce at least 57 new jobs for the Wadsworth location. Roar Corporation is Wadsworth ISO 9002 certified. John Roar invites you to visit the printing plant. He knows you will be impressed.
Obviously, Roar Corporation would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for this award and apologize for John and Joanne not being here today. I'm sure John's having a good time wherever he's at, but obviously Roar Corporation is committed to Wadsworth and the company continued growth in Wadsworth, so we do appreciate this and thank the recognition. Thank you.
I was reading some items about business and presidents, and of course we all remember the statement by Calvin Coolidge, who said, "The business of America is business." But there was also one by Coolidge who said that unless there be profits, a business really isn't good, so that everyone can share in them. So we thank all the businesses in town, because without you we don't have jobs, we don't have tax dollars. Those are all very important. Okay, we're going to move right along here. Because I think we're running just a little bit behind, and I have to pass a prize just for a moment. We're going to have the next award, which is the Past President's Award, and to present that, Jackie Cameron and Chuck Parsons are going to come up.
Yo, dollface, here we are frozen into 20s. And we're here because Jimbo back there, he tries to take over the place. And all the action. He done took over the Lions Club, the Red Cross, and the VAR Association.
Yeah, and the Performing Arts Foundation and the school board.
But the big vavoom came when he tried to take over this chamber.
The big boom. So I hears you's made him an offer he can't refuse. Hey, Chucky, baby, was it a new pair of cement shoes?
No, we's kicked him out and gave him the Past President's Award.
Can you believe I went to school 8 years to do this?
Hey, Chucky, what am I, chopped liver?
But I digress. Maestro, if you please, roll the tape.
Past President's Award. We honor James McIlvaine for his outstanding leadership of our chamber throughout the past year. Jim has a natural ability to entertain and to perfect speeches in any situation, regardless of who his audience is, and everyone listens. Jim has always been a leader, from his high school days at Dover High School as class president to his leadership in the Wadsworth Chamber of Commerce and current president of the Wadsworth School Board. Just to mention a few other involvements: JC's, Lions Club, Red Cross Board, Wadsworth Community Challenge, past president of Medina County Bar Association, Ohio Academy of Trial Lawyers, Wauwega Country Club, Board of Directors of Wadsworth City Schools, Performing Arts Foundation, Wadsworth Whitman Hospital, and a member of Trinity United Church. Jim married his college sweetheart, Carol, only 32 years ago. They have 2 children, Andy, a lawyer at the firm, and Kate, working on her master's in teaching at Miami University. Jim's firm is Palisek, McIlvaine, Paul, and Hoffman Company, LPA, located at 200 Smoke Rise Drive. When Jim is not at work or working on a project with his community involvements, he's probably following WHS sporting activities or attending WHS drama or musical performances, traveling or spending summer weekends with his family at their cottage at Atwood Lake. Jim also likes gardening. Jim's partner in life, Carol, had the most endearing comments to share. Jim is always the life of the party, the good sport, and a positive outlook, always working for what is best for the Wadsworth business community and school system. He cares passionately about Wadsworth and gives with a constant supply of high energy and enthusiasm. Jim rides the road to success. Thanks, Jim, for your leadership and friendship. Your leadership and friendship.
Hey, Jimmy, come on up here. Them pictures make me proud.
So excited.
Well, thank you. Jim, on behalf of the Chamber, we would like to thank you for your leadership. We present you with this plaque with the gavel. It says James R. McIlvaine, Past President's Award, October 1st, 1998, September 30th, 1999, the Wadsworth Chamber of Commerce, 20th Annual Rosie Awards. And in addition to that, Jim, we have another.
It gets worse?
No, this is a very nice, this is a
Yeah,
very,
this is-
very nice gift.
This is classy.
This
Well,
is,
that is a nice gift, yeah.
this is a picture of Jim when he was 6, 5? About the age where one would start school. In fact, he's actually standing in front of Wadsworth's very own first schoolhouse. Some of you might think this is a composite picture. It isn't. He actually attended there the year it opened.
Well, thank you. That wasn't as bad as I was afraid it was going to be. But I want to tell you, I haven't slept in a week. I didn't know there weren't any other nominees for this award. But I do thank you very much. It was a pleasure to serve this chamber this past year.
Hey, Jim,
and I'll get even.
You want my cigar?
No.
If you get a chance and you can look at that Wadsworth's first schoolhouse, years and years ago, Jim and I have been partners. Actually, we started in the same law firm together over in Akron in 1969. And then I came out here and started a firm, and then Jim came out the next year and joined us. But when we were going to have Jim come out and join us, we decided that, or we thought anyway, that the really good idea would be to spread us around a little bit, and we were going to have Jim open an office for us up in Brunswick. Think of how Wadsworth would have lost by having him up in Brunswick. I think he rejected it because that schoolhouse kind of looked like our office that we were going to have up there. Okay, we're going to move along, and there's a prize for this next, if you can get it right. This is really interesting. I get a lot of this out of Wadsworth Heritage, certainly not out of my back pocket. But you all are familiar with Luke Engineering, and you are all familiar with the fact, probably, that they started in 1953 in Wadsworth. You probably know a little bit about what they do, but you might not know what their first product was that they were making. Now, Luke treats metal. What was their first product that they made back in 1953 for a wonderful prize? Anybody? Wrong. Okay, no one gets the prize. They started out making fishing rods. Really interesting how a company develops. I also wanted to ask you, does anyone know the oldest family business in the city of Wadsworth? Does anybody know who it is? No? What's that? No. Very close, though. They started a year later. Wrong. Wrong. I beg your pardon? Nope. Anyone? Okay. It's the Whitlam Paint Factory, and they began in 1912. Think about that, 1912. Bixler was 1913. Okay, we're going to call up for the next award your friend and mine, Mayor Cesar Carino, to present the key to the city.
I would like to know the wisdom of putting all of the presenters in the back, and they'll have to walk up here. Since we're running out of time, I'm going to go very fast with this. The recipient of our Key to the City for 2000 has earned the reputation for combining a scintillating approach to hard work with a creative direction so that the residents of Wadsworth are electrically charged without being shocked. Streets in Wadsworth provide our recipient with an artery for activity. This person possesses an extraordinary enthusiasm, making the words stop, can't, shouldn't, etc. part of a lexicon that belongs to another genre in another galaxy. We see our recipient with lunar regularity. Indeed, the sun sets hesitatingly on this person's life, almost as if sustenance of little importance, because all of the energy comes from within, and little seems to be needed to propel this person's efforts to heights rarely reached by normal people, not to say that this person is not otherwise normal. Our recipient is ubiquitous, reaching out like the rays of the sun, and residing always in the inner rooms of our hearts. Ideas are profuse, inventiveness abounds, energy resounds. This person's impact is much like that of a bell. The housing of the bell is silent until a clapper hits it. Then the euphonious ringing it makes wafts through the air, giving a pleasurable sensation to the listener and energizes him or her to action. This person's demeanor is rosy and bright, with a disposition that is award-winning. Despite all the 7 clues that I have given you, it is doubtful that today's recipient of the Key to the City Award will recognize anyone fitting this description, much less him or herself. I would like to ask Cindy, Michelle, Vicki, and Beth to join me at the podium to help me present this august award to our honoree. And ladies and gentlemen, the Key to the City Award this year goes to Beth Workman. Hug, she said, what were the 7 things that you gave us as clues? Artery, she lives on an artery, and that's what the city calls that street that she lives on, right, not the street, but where her office is. That's a main artery, and it's plowed first. Galaxy, obviously, for here. Lunar regularity, monthly regularity. I mean the fact that we meet her here once a month, not all that other stuff. For those of you who are thinking really quickly. And the sun sets hesitatingly. Where do you live? Sunset. She lives on Sunset. Didn't you pick that up? No. No. And then the other one is that residing always in the inner rooms of our hearts. Now let me pull a Tom Palasek. What is another name for the inner rooms of our hearts? The chambers, right. And then we have the clapper. She got a clapper award one time, and this person's demeanor is rosy. And of course, we have the Rosie Awards here. So Beth, I'm not going to read this because I have a little difficulty reading. I can't read my own writing sometimes, and I'm going to just present this to you in the interest of time. So again, congratulations, and a most deserving person for the key to the city. Congratulations again.
Don't go away, Caesar. You did such a nice job. I want to give you a lollipop for the wonderful job you did, and you're just a great guy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, here we go on to some more awards. Did you know that Wadsworth did have a college in the town? You did? Okay, what was the name of the college? Wrong. I'm sorry? Who said Mennonite? Mayor, you can't get it, but this lady over here can, and I'm going to give her a lollipop. I'm not even going to ask. Somebody pass this over so I can get you one again. And what is your name? Okay, Twyla. See, we did have a college here. We're so educated here. Okay, the next award is the Outstanding Business of the Year Award. And to present that, we have Lou Pfister and Peggy Murphy, and you're going to enjoy this.
Well, here we are to announce the nominees for Outstanding Business. You know, I think someday I'd like to own my own business.
Oh, Lou, don't be so silly. It's the 1950s. Women don't own their own businesses. No, we get married and settle down into our 3-bedroom homes with our 1.5 baths and have 2.3 children. Ugh. And then we cook and clean and cook and clean. And then someday, if we're really lucky, our husbands bring home something really special to make us feel loved and cherished.
Yeah? Like what?
A dishwasher.
You know, I think I will just follow in my father's footsteps and work in the mechanic shop with him.
Oh, Lou, that's a man's job.
Yeah? Well, I have big dreams, don't you know? About that business, you know? I think, like, I'll start out small, you know, do something I can handle. And, like I could start in, like in my basement. Yeah, I'll start in my basement. And then someday I'll get a little publicity, a little advertising, and I'll move into a storefront, yeah. Like on the main drag of town, where everybody can see. It'll be someplace really cool, like next to a graveyard.
Well, Lou, I suppose your business will be successful, like this year's nominees for Outstanding Business.
And the nominees are?
Outstanding Business of the Year, The Ruling Company. The Ruling Company is one of the oldest general contractors in Ohio, having been founded by John G. Rulin in 1915. Since completing their first project, an elementary school in Creston, the Ruling Company has grown over the past 85 years to provide a full range of contracting and construction management services. Located in Sharon Center, the Ruling Company has developed the 75-acre Sharon Center Industrial Park that includes a variety of businesses in addition to Rulin's main office and equipment maintenance facility. President Jim Rulin, grandson of the company's founder, emphasizes the Rulin philosophy to provide customers with high-quality, on-schedule construction services at competitive prices, while maintaining a corporate commitment of responsibility and fairness to employees, stockholders, and the community. This philosophy has enhanced the growth of the company that now has over 60 salaried employees, 300 hourly field employees, and an annual construction volume of $75 million. Recent projects completed by the Ruling Company include a major expansion and renovation of Medina General Hospital, John S. Knight Convention Center, Medina Juvenile Detention Center, and I-271 and I-480 interchange. Current projects include a major widening and upgrade of I-71 in Cuyahoga County and construction management services for the new Wadsworth City Schools facilities. The Ruling Company has been actively involved in many business development organizations, including Medina County Economic Development Corporation, Akron Regional Development Board, and the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. Vice President and Treasurer Russ Gregory has served as a director of the Wadsworth Chamber of Commerce, as well as a past president. The Ruling Company has supported many civic and charitable organizations, including the United Way, Junior Achievement, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Leadership Medina County, as well as many local hospital, athletic, and school fundraisers. With a vision to the future, the Ruling Company established an employee stock ownership plan in 1977 to transfer ownership of the company to the salaried employees that support the company's operations. Over the past years, this plan has grown to provide the employees of the Ruling Company with over 60% ownership in the organization. The Ruling Company looks forward to the new millennium to continue to provide high-quality construction services through its employee shareholder staff. Ritzman Pharmacy. The year 2000 is special for Larry Flieger, Jerry, Bob, Eric, and Walt Ritzman, owners of Ritzman Pharmacy. It marks their 50th year in the business in the city of Wadsworth. 50 years and still growing. By March of this year, all 8 Ritzman Pharmacy locations in a tri-county area will be completely remodeled and ready for their grand reopening. How have they accomplished this unprecedented growth? The Ritzman Pharmacies focus on total mind and body wellness. The Wadsworth location carries a large selection of frozen, refrigerated, and packaged organic foods with nothing artificial and no refined sugar products. They offer wellness, cholesterol and blood, and glucose screenings, natural hormone replacement therapy, weight loss programs, as well as traditional health products, and 2 pharmacists on staff. Last spring, 27 people traveled to the Amazon rainforest to study herbal medicine from a native shaman or medicine man. All this is in keeping with their business philosophy, to provide comfort and care in filling the needs of our customers with quality products, professional excellence, and service beyond the commonplace. Things you'll always find at Ritzman Pharmacy. Wadsworth Ford. Wadsworth Ford has been selling and servicing cars for satisfied customers since the 1950s. Under new owner Rodney James, they are entering the 21st century with eyes fixed on a bright future and principles and values grounded solidly in the past. Wadsworth Ford is a full-service Ford dealership. Their body shop helps more than 50 customers every day, due in part to their business philosophy. Treat everyone as you would want it to be treated. Their 60 employees live by this golden rule and strive to maintain customer satisfaction at 100%. Owner Rodney James and his wife Kelly have 3 children, Rodney II, who is 10, Russell 6, and Tisa 21. Rodney is active in the Chamber of Commerce, the Wadsworth Rotary Club, and other civic and charitable activities. Wadsworth Ford was the 1999 sponsor of the $1 Million Hole-in-One Shootout to benefit the Wadsworth Rotary High School Scholarship Fund for deserving students. Says Rodney, as a business owner, we should step forward to serve those in our community who are most needy. The Leatherman Group. The Leatherman Group is really the Leatherman family. Bob Leatherman Sr. is head of this group. Wife Phyllis, 4 children, Bob Jr., Karen, Robin, and Sean, and spouses have all fallen into place with various responsibilities. Grandchildren are also beginning to enter into the picture. All of the Leathermans own Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Bob Sr. had one in his earlier days, and Phyllis cautiously rode on the back. Golfing is also a pastime, and the golf green on the family home is a favorite at family gatherings. The newest interest is the Galaxy Restaurant and Holiday Inn Express on Park Center Drive, and Liberty Residence 2, a retirement and assisted living center on Freedom Drive. Billboards have been placed on I-71 and I-76 for the Express and the restaurant. Having had a background in food service, they are eager to serve the needs of people who enjoy fine dining with excellent food. They created the Galaxy from ground up. It is not a franchise, but a combination of ideas and creations from the entire group. Name, design of the building, and creative additions to interior decorations all came from the family's original ideas. Until recently, they had 2,000 employees throughout the state of Ohio, but operations of 13 nursing facilities have been leased. They now have 450 employees in nursing facilities, retirement communities, construction, home health care, the cattle farm, auto dealership, and now a restaurant and hotel. They have operations in Canton, Steubenville, and Springfield, Ohio. They also own the premier Pontiac GMC dealership in Rittman. The home office for all entities is Liberty Center on Smoke Rise Drive, which was completed in 1988. One of their philosophies has been find a need and fill it. Use your potential, work hard, and never give up. Look at the positive things in life and have a strong faith in God. The Leatherman Group appreciates being nominated for this award.